Welcome, grognards, to episode 8 of this Let's Play series of Rule the Waves 3, which is a pretty amazing simulation of the technology through, really from the age of, the age of the ironclads all the way up through to the missile cruisers. And we're sort of pretty much stuck in the ironclad era at this point in time. And we won't get out of this in this series. I don't want the series to blow right out. I know that these sort of videos tend to get limited views after a certain number, and I really wanted to try to get into doing some ship design. I want the war to end. I want to get some technology and then do some ship design and just go through how to do the ship design. So hopefully we'll get for the ship design within the next 2, maybe 3 episodes. And then at that stage, I think we'll sort of end the series. But it's fun to play. It's a very, very fun game in the terms of the realism of what we did. And in the last episode, if you had watched that one, we had a fight. We're sort of trying to support our invasion here of Dalmatia. So we've got an invasion that's gone in successfully, and so the fighting is now going fairly well on the ground. Our victory points are very, very high. So the Austria-Hungarians should actually should sue for peace, I think, fairly soon. So the Emperor will be getting his Minister of War to make contact with us, or the Foreign Minister to deal with us, the main diplomats. So we've been sort of just fighting mainly in the Adriatic, pretty much the whole game, which is fun as well. Like it's been, as I said in the last episode, I've quite enjoyed this. Anyway, we're doing very, very well. In the last episode, we managed to actually destroy one of their ships. If we have a look at the almanac now, and just go across and have a look at Italy, and then you can sort of see through here, where we actually are, the ship summary. We are building another armoured cruiser. I do like this design. It's been quite effective, so I wouldn't mind even getting another one. We've got 1,700 monthly balance. It may be worth getting another one, but I think I'll save up and then try to replace my battleships, which I don't like. So the battleships have been a real big problem, but our cruisers have been good. So, when we started the game, I don't remember, way back in episode 0 or episode 1, I did actually have a look, and I was quite excited because of how crappy our ship designs were going to be, because it's going to mean that we had a bit of a challenge, to actually sort of the best way to make use of them. And we've been running away when we've got battleship fights because we're just not up to it. So the ships in through here, we got the actual ships list. Have no ships sunk because we've been very, very cautious. And it's been important for us because we've needed to maintain the blockade on Austria-Hungary. So that's been really quite critical. And so we've been able to do that by playing cautiously and then playing aggressively, like in the last battle, which was actually really, really good fun. The night where it started off as a night battle, and then sort of by the time it had sort of come into a fully fledged daylight battle, we'd closed the gap so much that we were able to do damage slowly to the battleship over time. In terms of the actual amount of time it took about 3 hours of fighting, as if it was in real time. Each turn is 1 minute. Anyway, let's have a look at Austria-Hungary. What has it got? Its ships. It's still got a lot of ships coming through. Now they're building 3 battleships. They've got 4 that have been built. They're fairly slow from what we can sort of see through there. We've got 2 more monarchs that are still alive. We destroyed one of their monarchs in the last episode. Kaisers are all being built at this point in time. So that's interesting. Okay, so they're actually building more of these. So they've still got 4 battleships. From us actively, we actually have, on paper, we have 5 battleships, but in reality we've got 2 battleships at the moment. The Italia is off being repaired. The Napoli and the Regina Elena are in active service, I think. The Vittorio and Regina Margherita are working up to be ready for combat. It won't take them very long. In terms of Austria-Hungary, ships now sunk. So we did actually we blew up the Monarch battleship. The Zenta was actually destroyed in battle. And again, we can look at the location. It'll sort of then tell us, does it tell us when? No, just with Italian ships, of course. And so that was, it's just got basic sort of stuff of the year it was created, but not the year of the actual battle itself. And so I don't think we can get any more information. No, it doesn't give us any info about that one. The Monarch. Wow, that was actually an above average ship too, the actual Monarch itself. So this was the namesake. This was actually the namesake of their fleet. So the Monarch class, this was the first of its name. And we also have destroyed the Ilano and another of the Ilano classes as well. So we've got a couple of corvettes, a light cruiser, and one of the battleships, which is great stuff for us. So if we go back into the actual ships that they've got left, as we see, there's 4 left. They started the game with 5, so we've got some down. Some of these will be ready fairly soon, I would imagine. So again, it's just this build up over time. And their Monarch class and their Kaiser class have been pretty good designs. Certainly much better than what we actually have. So let's end our turn, and hopefully they sue for peace. Some of you, I keep on forgetting to do this. I keep on forgetting to go to the officers or the ships in service, and we just need to apply yet another commander. Our prestige is rising really quite nicely now, up to 26. So we'll assign a new commander. Now we've got, how many more captains have we got? I've got one unassigned one through here. I'll put Captain Karmati back into that one there. Yeah, the others are all been assigned ships. We may have to get one of our commanders to be and actually raise them up. We've got some good commanders. Some of the low-level guys are actually like above average, for example, but they're not able to command battleships. But they will we'll have to, of course, get some of them to come back up. I just really don't want this one doing anything. This captain here, he's a poor ship handler. It's just not going to work out well. You can sort of tell already. Let's end the turn. And what do we have? A small engagement, battle in support of land combat. So this is, they've got their 4 battleships. We've got the 4 light cruisers and 2 battleships. If it's a light engagement, it may be 1 battleship against some light cruisers or something. I think we go for it. So let's just do it. It's only 150 VP. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually don't go ahead with this one. No, they did. All right, so here we are. What have we got? Only 1 ship. Is it a battleship? No, it's a light cruiser. Good stuff. So we're probably going to just go up against one of their corvettes, I would imagine. So this is the Taranto again. We've seen this in action before. And it's just moving off. Let's just press Q. Just allow it to do. Unknown ship has been sighted. Oh, the time of day, it's late in the afternoon. It's going okay. And we are pointing right at the other ship coming in. 2 hours and 15 minutes before dusk will come, so we'll just see what sort of damage we can do in that time. We'll just press Q. We'll identify it. And you press Q. It goes about 9 or 10 minutes, really. Thereabouts. It's still unidentified. It's overcast. The range, we should be able to tell what this is by now. I'll just do it minute by minute now. Okay, it's a light cruiser as well, but we know that they don't have any light cruisers, so this will be just one of their corvettes. Taranto opens fire. Let's go up to max -2, which then we should be able to come in. I'll just press Shift. Actually, I'll press Control. This is the Kaiserine Elizabeth class of corvette. 2 5-inch. Okay, this is actually fairly easy for us, I think. They do have good quality with what they're actually doing. It's only 900 tons, so it's very, very small, and no armor at all. So a hit is going to be basically all it's going to take here. So let's just go in and follow in. Our ship, for comparison, has got 2-inch belt armor, 1.5-inch deck, 2-inch turret armor, and 4-inch conning tower armor, which is a bit of a waste. We've got also 5-inch, 3-inch, and 2-inch guns, but this is going to be fine. So its speed, do we know what speed it is? 16 knots. So we're traveling at 20. Let's just keep it going for a little while. We'll just press Control and then click. If I keep on pressing Control, I can then just sort of do almost like real-time interaction here. Just see if there's been any hits. Yep, no, nothing else so far. Just close the gap. All we have to do is just get one shot in, and that should be enough. We're nice and close now. Yep, so here we go. We've actually now hit it with one of our 5-inch guns. So it has now taken a hit, and that, like it's still travelling at 15. Let's just keep it going. Taking another hit. So we are now hitting it. That was with 3-inch guns. And it won't take much to really sort of do some damage here. Like that's still 15 knots. Taking another hit again. Its turrets are pointing our way, so it is firing back at us, but it's just not able to do any real damage. Just change direction. Yeah, we keep on firing at it. So it's outside torpedo range. Let's just get some broadside hits on it if we can. Yeah, this is Italian gunboat diplomacy. Now, what's it travelling at? It's still saying 15. Let's just go up. Oh wait, no, I'll keep it at 20. I think it's travelling at 20 actually as well. Oh, no, it says 16. There we go. We're hitting it again. We are getting broadside hits on it. Is it slowed down? Still 15. It's medium damage. There's no protection. Every hit is going to do something. Okay, we're getting nice and close now. Getting multiple hits now. Getting really close. What's it down to now? Down to 10. Let's get ours down to say 14. Multiple hits here. This is surely it's going to be bursting into flame any time now. Medium damage down to 5 knots. We'll match that. We'll just go down to say 8. Still travelling at 2 speed. It's trying to get up. Hang on, we'll just get the ship itself. So it's still travelling at 10, even though we've sort of given it other instructions. Are you going to get a torpedo away? Nope. Oh, actually, we do take a hit to our engine room, but it hit the belt. It's now stopped. Okay, let's get it really down low. Come in for a torpedo to finish it off. And we'll stop. Okay, so we've got, it's overcast, it's calm. Come on, get your torpedo away. It's just, so we've stopped and just peppering it now. Guns, there we are. Just to make doubly sure, we do actually have torpedo. Yeah, we've got the port broadside. It hasn't sent them off yet. One thing we do actually have is smoke blowing our way. So what we might do is we might actually go and get the ship to come in around. so we can see it a bit more clearly. The smoke is important to actually to manage that. Oh, there we go. It's now sunk. So it is gone. Okay, so now is that the end of it? Or is there still more stuff going on? Yeah, we should be able to pick up, there should be an instruction, or it should be an offer to pick up survivors. Let's go back to cruising speed. And we'll just keep on going along the coast. That should be the end of it. Normally it tells you, I think if you've got a bigger fleet battle, it'll then say, do you want to go back and pick up survivors, which of course we would want to do. I might just go back and press control and just go back to where it did sink to see if we can pick up survivors. Now can we end the battle? Okay, at least half the battle in a minimum of 400 minutes must pass before the... Okay, so we've got to keep on going. All right, in that case, just go to very fast. It's now night time. I'm not going to see anything else. So this is outside of Spilato again. We've had some of the other action happening. I've got to say, I really love the scope. So there we go. It's now that we've reached the end of what we actually did do there. So yeah, there was an undamaged one as well. So we did miss one of them. We didn't pick up any survivors. We did get the point. So it was a meeting engagement. So yeah, there was still another one somewhere. Oh, it was over here. Okay, so we'll just go and close. We missed this one, but we got one of them. So again, just corvettes, 2 corvettes against our light cruiser. We did very, very well there, of course. And marginal victory. Yep, it's only a small one. Okay, so the Vittorio Emanuele has now finished her working up. So we now actually have another one we've now got 3 active battleships. Fighting continues in Dalmatia. No raiders in through that side. Okay, we'll close that one off. And again, what have we got? We've got the working... So we've now got 3, 2 more months there, 1 more month to get the Marco Polo back. The Messina is now back in action. The 1 more month for the Venezia. We're still working up the 3 armoured cruisers. We'll just end our turn. Here we go. So cruiser action. Again, this is going to be very, very simple for us. So we now actually, it's saying it's got 1 light cruiser, unless they've actually built one, which I didn't think that they were. Let's just accept this. I can't see them really doing much. Yeah, we've got 2 of our corvettes, and the Messina is back in action again, of course. Let's keep these as keep them as support. We'll make them AI controlled. We'll keep the formation line, so they'll just sort of stay out of the action. Let's just press Q. And the time of day is in the morning, so mid-morning. Now we've spotted a ship way out over here. We've spotted it a long way off. It's cloudy. The sight range is 23,000 yards. That could be something big. I'm sort of surprised at that. I'm surprised that we've sort of got the... I'll keep the Messina locked into here. Let's just go for it and see what we end up finding. But we're spotting that from a long, long distance. And the Messina, how elite are they? They're up there. The crew is good. Oh, there's 2 ships. 2 battleships, yeah. The fact that we're seeing them for a long distance. Now, what's our objectives? We didn't even look at that. So this is just supposed to be a cruiser action. I don't think it is somehow. I think what we might do is, so we'll have a look at it. Yeah, that's a Kaiser class. I can't compete with that. So, yeah, it's a Monarch as well. There's no way that our ships can compete with that. So I'm going to change this one back from being AI controlled, and we'll send them to independent, and we'll just get them, all of them, to run now. So they'll just run down this way, and we'll get our guy to run as well. There's no point staying in this one, so I'll just pause this recording. We don't need to see this. There we go. So opposing forces are far apart. We didn't fire any shots. That's okay. We couldn't have done anything with that anyway. The 2 battleships against our 1 corvette, 1 cruiser is not going to do anything. So that was fine. We'll just close that one off. Okay, battle was a draw. Heavy fighting in Dalmatia. Enemy fortifications are holding up our advance, unfortunately. We did gain another lock there for the blockades. We've got the blockades back up and running again. It's all good. So we've now got the Marco Polo is back. So everything is pretty much back. We're just working up one of the Regina Margherita, which is if we have a look at the open design in here. Yeah, so we've got the narrow belts, which is it's one of the problems, and we don't actually have belt extenders. It's a real issue. At least this is a 10 caliber gun. It's smaller than our 13, but it's going to be better. We've only got 4 of them, which is actually okay. The additional armament. Yeah, we've got double torpedoes on the port and starboard, so nothing fore or aft. In terms of the guns, yeah, secondary guns are 6 inch. Sorry, 6 inch, 10 of them. That's good. And tertiary, we've got 8 2-inch. Fine. That's actually fine. It's good stuff. Okay, that's good. All right. So this will be a better design, and so it's just working itself up at the moment. Actually, look at the above average in through here with the captain of the Italia. All right. Let's end the turn again. This is a cruiser action, a battle to support of land combat. Again, we could have troubles in here because of what's going on. So let's just go across. It will accept. Okay, they've declined the battle. That's good. This is a fleet battle this time. So 3 battleships, 1. So we're actually now really geared up, ready for this now. So this could be really quite interesting. I think if this is the start of a big fleet battle, I'll accept it. No, they declined. I was going to say I'll end this episode and we'll start a full episode with it. This is a convoy defense against the enemy. Again, I will do this one, but I'll probably end up just pausing because unknown ship is sighted already. Actually, there's a lot of ships here. Okay, what do we got? We've got the cruiser division, which is down here, which is actually seeing the ship. So we've got the Marco Polo and the Vittorio Emanuele, which is another one of these crappy sort of the wing mounted turrets, which are pretty shitty. They do fire across the deck. I keep on meaning to show this. They do fire across the deck. But anyway, that's where we are. We've got the Italian the support division down through here. Now I'm going to be wanting to keep these out of the fight. To be honest, the light cruiser division is way up over here, and it's miles away. Actually, that's really doing a lot. So what's its job? Its status is to scout ahead. Okay, that's fine. So we don't have control of that one, and then the battle division is this one in here. So this is actually just the we've got the Marco Polo. So we've got we've got the Vittorio Emanuele is the battle division that we actually have, and its status is independent. Yep, that's okay. Line ahead. That's no problem at all. Just cancel that one. So it's a reasonably small action. Now in terms of how we're going through here, I'll just let these, and they don't have collisions, the ships. I don't think that they do. I've never seen one in the game. Let's just move this one across. We'll keep that one going. I'll just let that one continue on through. And the support, I think I'll actually just keep these. I might make these AI controlled. Support means that they will just sort of sit in behind our ship. Yep, this is all okay. Now we're going normal game speed. There's 2 ships. Let's just keep it coming. Okay, we're seeing 2 armoured cruisers. Now we know that they don't have armoured cruisers. We've destroyed all of their cruisers, really. It did say that they thought there was one light cruiser that they had. But I'm thinking there'll be a battleship. Yeah, there we go. Kaiser class battleship and some other ship. Probably another battleship there, I would imagine. This will be interesting, I think, from the sense that we won't have it all our own way. Let's just get into action. Yep, 2 Kaiser class battleships. Now this is the Vittorio Emanuele, is one of our old Italia class ships, which are pretty shitty. But they do actually have firepower. Well, let's go after them. Let's just hunt them down to a degree. Will they turn around? I'm in no screaming rush to catch them because I don't think we're going to be able to, with an Italia class, I don't think we're going to be able to do much. The Marco Polo, if it had a couple of other light cruisers, I probably would go for it. But not the way it is, not with 2 battleships. Our support is now just sitting in behind. Here comes the dusk. They're turning around. It's now twilight. So we're going to lose sight. Now, if we can get in close, that could be worth having a bit of a crack at them. So if it turns into night time, we might try to catch them up. We might suddenly change speed and go for it. Same Monarch class now. Yeah, I thought there was only 1 Kaiser class that they had. There's hardly any time to do this. So it's opening fire at the Monarch. Now, there's no bad conditions on this map. It's a moderate breeze, which may bring the sea up. That could be interesting. Marco Polo opens fire at the Kaiser class. So we're going to get a lot more shots. Here comes the night time. Now they're moving up. Now we're going to lose sight of them. Now let's go for it. Let's ramp up. Let's go. I think the maximum we have here is 16. Yep, 16 is the most. So let's go and sort of go to where we think we can cut them off. And we're going to go even faster with this one. We'll get up to say, 20. 21 maybe, and we'll just go for it and see what we end up getting. Here comes the light. Oh, great. These guys are coming in now to lend support. If we can find them, that would be good. Don't know if I can change these. They're AI controlled. Yeah, I can actually undo that. I'll keep them on scout duties at this stage until we can find them. If we can get in with these, this will be really, really cool. Comes the Messina as well. Okay, we are swarming them now. Now we've got it's going to still be night time by the time the battle ends, I think. But if we can get in at night time, we're going to be able to get torpedoes away and do all sorts of wonderful things. Although, yeah, it is moderate breeze. Where are they? Just cross over until we find them. I would have thought we would have caught up with them by now. Start to press control. They be going to Zara? If they are, we may be able to catch them up in here. So let's just go straight for here. See if we get lucky with our light cruisers. It's moved off. It's coming back in again now. Take a punt that they're going to be coming through this this gap. We're spread out a fair bit now. Still fairly early in the night time. Okay, well they're not here, which is where I thought we'd be able to catch them. Let's just go back along this coast. Come on, get back in line. Get off there. Don't know where that one's heading off to. I might just keep back with the battleship. Oh, something happened there. Hang on, I'll just pause that. Yeah, 9 hours before dawn. Oh, okay, reattached. I thought there was a reaction. That's okay. Battleship has moved miles off on its own now. I think this will be over. So we're moving close to where the entrances into Zara is. Yeah, we're now basically over. So I might just pause it and we'll just end our run here. Yeah, so just the two battleships. Nothing actually happened there. Actually, we've got surviving merchants. I didn't realise that we actually had to protect merchants. Anyway, they failed, so that's good for us. Where were they in the end? Oh, way over here. They really they'd run ahead of us. They'd actually gone in a different angle. We'd gone in here. They probably went across this side, and we missed them. So that would have been close, I think. I think we would have almost caught them. Let's close that one off. So that's another big lot of. Okay, this is now the Regina Margarita has now finished working up. So we now actually have like a lot of battleships now in the region. We've also taken control of the Austrian possession of Dalmatia. So we now actually have that as well. Surely this has got to be the end of the war. The Austrian raider CL Aspen sank one Italian merchant ship in the Indian Ocean. Right, so they've actually now gone out to the Indian Ocean to sort of start raiding down that way. I won't worry about it so much. They do pick up only 5 from that one. We do gain 90 victory points from the blockade, so the blockade is working out fairly well. But this means that like they've got a light cruiser of the Aspen class that is actually going out and now raiding further afield to sort of get into because that's where we've got a colony, and so it's out there. That's interesting. All right, so we're seeing different things happening. Let's end the turn again. Now we've gone over the half-hour mark. I might just leave it here, I think. Like we really are, look, everything is now back on station except for these into here. Ships under construction. We still have this one coming in 18 months. I really want the war to end. So anyway, we'll leave it here. We're up to 13,000 victory points as opposed to the 652 that they actually have. Yeah, anyway, we'll leave it here. I could certainly send out a little welcoming committee to go down and try to hunt down that raider. We might do that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you then.